Hey guys, yeah, let me fill you in here. So I'm backed up on e-bike reviews I have to do. So I've got two e-bikes that I'm working on a review video for. I just got done building them, and as I'm building them, I'm like, wow, these are really close. Like some of them share a lot of the same parts even. So they're even really close in price. So it got me thinking, you know what? I got Christmas set up behind me. E-bikes are a pretty great Christmas present, and these things are, you know what, let's just get into the video. I'm comparing these two e-bikes because they're just so close in price and parts, and some things are better on this one, some things are better on this one. Like, what one should you get? They're both awesome. So let's dive into these bikes, and maybe you can find the perfect e-bike to gift your loved one. So this one, actually, I think they're both might be on sale for Christmas, so let's dive in. Okay, again, I apologize, it's a little messy around here, but I'm sure you could look past that. Now, first thing I want to start with is price and then kind of stats that they have. So the Rattan, it has this, the one thing that sets it apart, it has this like, they like to market it as like this iPass technology. It's supposed to get a little bit better range. It's kind of like regenerative braking, where as you pedal, it actually charges up the battery a bit as you go. And I don't believe this Engwe has anything like that. So that's one thing that kind of sets this apart, and probably a little bit why it's technically a little bit pricier. Other than that, though, both 750 watt motor, both similar size batteries. I don't have the exact specs, but hey, they're linked in the description. Go ahead and dive in and look into that if that's something you're interested in. I will say the Rattan's probably going to give you a better range, though. So yeah, I do want to talk about price first. So this guy right now is on sale under $1,000, free shipping on their website. This is the what is it again? The EP2 Pro. There is a older brother version of this. Here, I'll show you what it looks like. This is actually the Polarina M6, which is a really nice e-bike. I love it. I'm putting a new motor on it right now. Excuse its situation. But the Engwe makes a bigger one that basically has the same stats as this, with like the dual suspension back here and a little bit nicer fork and stuff. So that is another option as well if you want to go all out. Like this guy could probably even handle some mountain bike trails. It's got like an air fork, really cool, but a little bit more expensive, closer to like 15 to 2,000 range. So that's an option too if you're interested. All right, getting back to the video. All right, sorry for that little aside, but it's worth mentioning. And now this guy, instead of having a big brother, has a little brother. It has a 500 watt motor that I've ridden, and it's actually really great. I recommend it very much. It is, again, it's the same price as this one. So let me do the price again. This is on sale a little bit under $1,000. This one is $1,300, but they have a $200. I think it might be 150, either 150 or $200 discount. So they're both within about $100 of each other. And again, both 750 watt motors. So they're really close. So let's get into the comparison here. So first of all, let's talk packaging. Now, right away, the Rattan blows the Engwe out of the water. I literally just unfolded it, cut a couple zip ties. Everything down to the pedals were already installed. Like, I think I only had to like tighten two things. It came really well packed. And this guy, not so much. It wasn't challenging really, but the back rack, for instance, took me like a half hour to put on, which is like bent or something. This contraption, like this folding contraption, a little bit kind of messy to put on. Nothing was installed. This actually was installed backwards. A couple other pieces I had to move around here. Just a little bit more sloppy is what I'll say. So keep that in mind when it comes to packaging. So let's go to the back here. Now, down to the cassettes even, you're going to get very similar drivetrains. So we'll look at that on both of them real quick. Now, this one's got just a generic, sorry about the light. It's got just a generic branded Shimano, really cheap derailleur. Whereas this one has a tourney, a little bit nicer, more of a mountain bike style one. Other than that, though, I think it's the exact same cassette. You're going to get a really basically, you know what? It might even be the exact same crank that you're getting too. So, yeah, you know what? It is. They're both the same brand too. Pro wheel. So, yeah. I will say overall, though, as far as brakes, you know what? I was going to say all the parts are better on the Rattan, but that's just not true. So, like I just said, the derailleur is actually nicer on this one. But the pedals, these are nice metal pedals. But you come over here, really cheap, terrible plastic pedals on this guy. So things like that, you're going to want to upgrade if you get the Engwe. Okay, and then, you know, something else that's worth mentioning. I personally think these tires with these like metal spokes, they're gonna last you a lot longer than the spoked ones. I personally haven't had a problem with either. The downside, all right, so these ones would last longer on this Engwe. However, if you bust that somehow, if you're a big guy, you're off-roading or whatever it is, you're gonna have to buy a whole entire rim because that's just one piece. So keep that in mind. Let's again keep working our way from the back to the front here. Now, I really like the nice kind of package that this Rattan gives you. It looks really nice, but this is useless. So keep that in mind. You're not going to actually fit a passenger on here. It's rated for 50 pounds at the most, and it comes with foot pedals. I don't even install them personally. I didn't on the other one I had. Excuse me. It's really just, yeah, you're not going to use that. However, you could take this off and put some storage on it, and then you got a really nice sturdy built-in rack here. Whereas this one is very much an afterthought, I'd say. Like I said, I had to like kind of bend this to get it attached. So it'll work. Like, it's still pretty sturdy. You can probably, again, fit about 50 pounds on this, no problem. So they both have rack, you both have some storage, but it's important to mention, I've been talking to the Rattan guys, and there is a really cool front rack that they're sending me. So once I do the review on this, I'll include that. A really nice front rack that it's like, God, I'm sorry, it's late here. I'm slurring my words. You bolt it on here, kind of makes an L shape. Really cool storage with that. So I'm excited to test that out. All right, let's talk. Oh yeah, something we got to talk about here is this seat is a godsend. It's got built-in suspension in the post, and it really works. I promise you that. I had that. Again, I've had this bike basically the exact same, only the 700 and, or sorry, this is the 750 watt. I had the 500 watt. And honestly, I really liked that bike a lot. So this one is only going to get better from there. So you're going to love this. You're going to love this seat. Battery. I do wish it was internal like the Engwe here. I like that the battery is inside. It lives right within here. Whereas this one is here. Again, it's more of a preference thing. You're not going to really notice it. The brakes, the Rattan wins all day here. This has got a name brand, which is Tektro. They're still a lower end brand, but it's better than these guys, which I don't, they're just random. Like, I've never even heard of it. It just, I don't even know. It's not worth mentioning even. So moving right along, we'll talk about the frame for a bit. Again, they're both really close. I would say, you know, I don't want to say there's a winner there because they're both good for different reasons. They're both sturdy. They're both going to do the job. Let's work our way up to the front here. Now, this time, I do got to give a winner to the Engwe here for the fork because it's just nicer. You could just tell. You know what? They look really close. They're really close to the same exact fork. I do like that this has black stanchions. That looks pretty nice. This one, though, you can tell is just a little bit nicer. It's got a lockout, which keeps it from bouncing if you're on a trail, or if you're on a flat ground and you don't need the suspension. You can lock it out. It'll actually give you a little more speed, save a little work if you're putting some pedals in. The the light on this one, it actually doubles as a reflector, and it works pretty well. This it's just fine too. So that's my thoughts on this front suspension here. Moving up, this guy and this guy are the exact same. The folding mechanism, and you know what? The entire top cockpit is the exact same on both. Let me show you what I mean. All right, so bring these closer. So we got the shifter, same. We've got the throttle, the twist throttle, same. The grips, same. The computer, same, except this one says Rattan and this one says Engwe on it. The bell, same, except this one, like I said, was installed a little more poorly. But same grips. Okay. Here's the name of these brakes. Something, yeah, like I said, never heard of them. Just some China brand. But yeah, same exact cockpit, same computer, same, basically, I'd say the motors and the computers, you're buying the same thing. Look at that. And they both should have 5 pedal assist speeds. Yeah, 5. And then this one. Yeah, 5. So yeah, as you can see, barely rode these guys. Still have to do a full riding review. But as far as riding goes and power and all of that, you're getting the same thing overall. I would say the front suspension on this, a little bit better, but the rear suspension combined with the front suspension makes this an overall better ride in my opinion. But again, it's neck and neck. So if it comes down to cost, go with something like the Engwe here. It's great. So there's reasons to go with one or the other, but all said and done, you can't go wrong with either. And I know that's such a nothing answer of which one to choose, but I really do like them both. I've rode so many folding e-bikes, and you know, there's a reason why they're so popular. It's because they're fun. Like these are both, you know, have throttle modes, so you can ride them just like a moped and get upwards of 25 miles per hour. You can even unlock them and go a little bit faster than that. They have pedal assist modes if you want to get some exercise. Like there are, you know, they're great. They're both really fun. Again, all right, so if I had to pick one to go with, like which one would I keep right now? I would definitely choose the Rattan. And to me, it's just overall a little bit nicer parts. Like I said, the pedals, a couple other things. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't like this one by any means. It's just if I had to choose one, I would choose this guy. Again, assembling this one was so much easier than this Engwe. But yeah, you know, it would be really tough if I had the bigger version of this. Because like I said, the one I showed you in the garage, the Polarina, it's a little bit more expensive, but that then blows this one out of the water. So that'd be a different story. So comparing all three of them, you know, if you spend more money, usually you're going to get something a little more fun. Okay, so I think that does it for the review here. Thank you guys for watching. Again, if you're into e-bikes, you're looking for e-bikes, I've reviewed probably like 20 some e-bikes on this channel. So go through the archive, check them all out. Stay tuned. Again, I'll probably do a review for both these bikes. You know, it'll be hard with the holidays, but real soon, really soon. So I've got the unboxing filmed for both of those. It's just, I got to get out and ride, which hopefully I'll do, you know, later this week and have it edited soon. So subscribe if you're into e-bike stuff, and if you have any questions, I'm pretty responsive in the comments there, so let me know. Thanks again for watching. Click every button on this page, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.